Good evening and welcome to SIUH Community Park for tonight's midweek matchup between the Gaels of Iona University and the Seahawks of Wagner College. My name is Jack Silva and I am excited to welcome you to Staten Island, New York, as the Gaels will look to extend their current two-game winning streak with a third tonight here in Staten Island after defeating Mount St. Mary's in their last series. Their opposition in the Seahawks are one day removed from taking down the Pirates of Seton Hall with a late-game rally led by a final run scored in the game by Lucas Torres late in the 8th inning. Honorado deals, and that is almost certainly going to be the first run of the game here for the Seahawks as Christian Knight drives in Bryce Phelps. This is loaded. Bryce Phelps over there at third. The lead runner. Sutera drives one into the gap. Will it get down? It will!
Oh, yeah.
You see Damian Rodriguez laying out for that one. Did have to hold up a little bit over there at first base, so the Seahawks put 2 runs on the board on the Matt Sutera RBI double.
As we said, anybody that's going to do it is going to be this freshman. You know, he's been steady for the Seahawks all season long in his first season in college baseball. Two-time NEC Rookie of the Week so far in this early season. You know, he's the one to do it. You know, double so far, bringing in 2 runs for the Seahawks as the Gaels have to tuck it over at the plate. You know, we just looked, and before they didn't have anybody in the bullpen getting warmed up. They got one guy in there right now, so let's see if they'll make that switch.
And we're back as we get right into the action as Carl Quenzel does force a ground out there from Lucas Torres, the Seahawks leadoff man. And maybe just because it's starting to get a little cold out there now that that sun has set. So that's ripped into center field by Mazzata, and that will bring home Matt Sutera. As that one's drilled into the left center gap by Joseph Manella, and it's down. 2 runs are going to come across to score for the Seahawks as they continue to cut into this lead here in the 4th inning. It's a 10-7 ball game at the hands of Joseph Manella. As Phelps continues to raise that average here, and they're going to send Manella home. It's going to be a close play at the plate. Manella slides in there, and the Seahawks, with their 7th run of the inning, only trail by 2 now. Everyone, like me and Gary were talking about last night, you know. Oh, as James Kemp drives that one into center field, and that will be caught by Lucas Torres, the Seahawks leadoff man.
Juice in a very short order.
White deals. And he finds the outside corner, and White sits him down in order.
Hats off to Griffin White there. Really nice 1-2-3 inning to get through that top of the 6th.
And the Seahawks keeping their hopes alive as we really taking his time there. Got pretty late into the pitch clock, but stays under composure and makes it a beautiful play on that comebacker.
Great reflex, excuse me.
Bottom 7, you were right.
Oh.
As Frias is going to fly this one out to Bryce Phelps in right field, and that is good enough for Cunningham to get out of the inning unscathed. Great work there from Michael Cunningham to see if he can add a hit to his total as that ball gets by the catcher Lenski and will allow Leo Doyle to score a run.
Well, a great piece of work there by Leo Doyle. Obviously comes in as a pitch hitter, earns a walk there, and manages to get around the next 3 bases, and a huge run for the Seahawks here to bring it to within 1. Kettle Black does make some absolutely stupendous wings, but as we have a play here to second,
Mazzata finishes the inning, passes off to Sutera, does it the easy way, and Michael Cunningham, very strong out of the bullpen today. 1 2/3 innings, scoreless ball, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 8th right after this on NEC Front Row. One of the big heroes in last night's victory.
Is that a balk?
It appears to be a balk. Kyle Hard just allowed the Seahawks to tie the game.
My.
He went towards home plate and just didn't get the ball out in time.
I think he may have stumbled or something, you know, during his windup, but now Seahawks have the chance to really take the lead.
Seahawks still with no outs in the inning. As Roche puts a ball into center field, and the Seahawks lead for the first time.
Wow, Jack. I mean, that's just a great piece of hitting there by Connor Roche. And for the Seahawks, again, a monumental comeback after it really felt like they were hit with a knockout punch in the early innings, they just stayed with it, didn't listen to the noise, and now they have a lead in what is an absolutely incredible game.
It sounds like a Staten Island Ferry might be taking off right now as that one is ripped into the gap by Knights. And the Seahawks have the opportunity to extend this lead, and they do.
What a piece of hitting there by Christian Knight, getting it right over the heads of those infielders on the right side. And now the Seahawks are starting to stretch it out a little bit. They've done a great job, and they've been very smart on the base paths today. And
that does find some fair field, and Lucas Torres rounds first, heading into second base, and the Seahawks extend their lead even further here in the bottom of the eighth. Already has done so quite a few times today, but he pops this one up to center field. Lucas Torres camps under it, and that one is a final from Staten Island. The Seahawks fight all the way back from a 10-1 deficit in the third inning to win this thing 13-10 here at SIUH Community Park. There is Torres running around his corner outfielders, playing some duck, duck, goose as the Seahawks wrap up their 9th win of the season here in Staten Island.
Well, Jack, just a completely outstanding game for the Seahawks. Obviously, getting behind early against Iona. They hit him with their haymaker, put him on the mat for a little bit. It looked like Wagner may have been in trouble, but just showing so much toughness and resilience, not letting the score dictate how they played the game, and really an absolutely fantastic win.